Yeah, in the end, super proud of the boys tonight. They stuck together. Wasn't our best first half, okay? Thought our energy was pretty low for where we've been. I thought we've been playing with a lot of energy lately. And then I think the second half they got the message and came out and played I don't want to say perfect, nothing's ever perfect, but the way we're supposed to play in the second half, all right? 14-point third quarter and 18 points, so a 32-point half, which is awesome. And I thought we really wore them down at the end of the game. And Joe here hit some big shots to kind of seal the game, but Sobes was great. Matt Hurt was obviously very solid, and we had other guys just come in. I thought Foxy had a big momentum play in the second quarter to kind of get the team going a little bit. And sometimes that's all it takes, just diving on the ground. Foxy had one. I think Tommy V dove on the floor too. So that was good to see to kind of get the team going. But overall, man, I'm proud of the team and proud of the effort, beating a really good Brisbane team tonight.
Talk about that energy as well. So you reckon that crowd sort of built up to Albies as well with that?
Yeah. We talked about it before the game. We got to – a lot of times when you're at home, it's always, hey, let's let the crowd get us into the game. I think it's got to be the opposite. We got to get them in the game, and then we can feed off of each other. And I think in the first half, we didn't give them much to cheer about with our energy. But once they got going, once we performed the way we're supposed to and we got them involved, it really pushed us over the top, and the crowd was tremendous tonight.
And Joe, I guess if you could just speak about that. You play college basketball, it's sort of that similar atmosphere. What do you feel about the impact of the crowd now, the atmosphere that's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a fun atmosphere. Obviously, they showed out, provided some energy for us, especially in that fourth quarter. But yeah, it's always fun to play in front of a sold-out crowd.
Justin Schuller just talked about his concerns with the condition of the floor in terms of humidity and how slippery it was. Did you have any concerns prior to the game? And I understand it may have contributed to D-Walt's injury, the slip in the hamstring. And I guess, how did you see the way that the court played, and were you concerned by it?
Yeah, we had a shoot around today. I mean, yeah, I don't know what you call it, humidity and the air condition here and whatever. Yeah, the floor, I can honestly say I don't think the floor was 100% good tonight, but at the end of the day, we'll see how D-Walt is, how his injury is. I know Bannon banged a knee, but yeah, we both had to play on the floor. So both teams had to play on maybe a less than perfect floor. So it's less than perfect conditions sometimes in basketball and in sports. So yeah.
It is a big win, but it looks like it has come across with D-Walt. What do you know about it at this point?
Yeah, it's his hamstring. Is what I've been told. Hopefully, it's not as. We won't know until they actually test it. But anytime you have soft tissue, it's not good. Obviously, D-Walt's been battling some injuries this year, and I think it was his hamstring before. So hopefully, we receive. You always expect the worst, but hopefully, it's better because he's been playing really well and really elevated the level of our team.
How hard is it to lose a guy like that early in the game and I guess move the chess pieces around and adapt, and how proud are you that having those guys step up to, I guess, fill the void?
Yeah, it's always difficult when, guys see a teammate go down, a guy they go to battle with every day, and obviously D-Walt just came back from an injury, so, the guys feel for him, but at the end of the day, you got to find a way to at least finish this game out and stick together, and like I said, I think the guys really did that, so proud of them for that, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully the injury is not as bad as we think it could be.
Matt, it's been one of the best scorers in the league this year, we all know that, but he has 17 in that first quarter. Was it a concerted effort to go to him and go, just use our guy early, or did you kind of go, okay, we need to use him because he's hot? What's the thinking behind that?
Joe can tell you, like, we go into the game, we're going to take whatever the defense gives us. So if it's Joe gets 10 spot-up threes, he's going to shoot the 11th one or whatever. Matt had it going. They were allowing him to get open opportunities, and obviously Matt's a really good scorer, so he's tough to stop. And yeah, we kept feeding him, and he was open, so he was the guy that got the ball to score.
I remember looking up halfway through the second quarter and thinking, Matt needs a bit of help on the scoreboard here. Sobers only got 3 points. He needs to lift if you're going to win this game, and I think in the last 4 minutes he had 12 and he ends up with 31 at the end of the game. Was there anything spoken to him in a timeout or anything like that, or did he just go, it's sort of time?
I mean, Sobey is a really good player. He's our captain. He's our most veteran player on the team. So I'm sure he took that upon himself a little bit, but it wasn't actually a meeting where we said, Sobey, you got to go out there and get 31. Obviously, he stepped up tonight and helped the team. And again, I keep saying that's what I really like about this team. It can be anybody's night. Obviously, it was Matt and Sobey a lot, but then Joe came in the third quarter and fourth quarter and really hit some big shots. And more than his shots, I keep telling him I like the physicality he played with, especially in the second half defensively, especially on Cook. He did a really nice job and kind of contained him because he's a very good scorer. So, again, it can be anybody's night, and tonight it was, those three guys offensively for sure.
Joe, I think back to, you did not play in Perth, and then you have that little stretch at the end of the third quarter, and I remember just watching you walk off the court against Illawarra, against Cairns. I remember watching you walk off the court and just thinking, this guy's just devoid of confidence. You're probably a little bit despondent and, I don't know, like in your head a little bit. You've completely turned things around. You've become a real key piece in this team, found your niche in the NBL and with the Phoenix. Can you talk a bit about, I guess, the challenge that you went through to adapt through that period and how you've turned things around? What's behind that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't a fun period to go through, but there's going to be a lot of ups and downs throughout the season. I think that was a big turning point for me. I think it was just my mentality, just my work ethic as well, just showing up every day, getting extra shots up, getting in the weight room. I actually spoke to a sports psych, just kind of to build some techniques and some skills to have out there on the court, maybe when things aren't going your way, just to kind of flip a trigger in your head to get back to when you've been successful, what are you doing, and some things like that. And so I think a combination of that, just kind of working on my mindset, as well as just being on the floor and putting that work in during practice, and then seeing that translate into games. And then once you see a few go, like you said, just being more physical defensively. I think when you focus on the defensive end, sometimes that leads to your offense, starts to roll. So, yeah, just proud of the way I've responded, and just got to finish strong.
Coach, how proud are you of him with what he's done? Because it would have been a tough time and a tough period for him to go through all that, and he's a guy you can call on now.
Yeah. No, we've spoken privately, and I've said it publicly. Like, it's not easy to get a game where you don't get to play, especially a guy that we know the level he can play at. But he's responded well. He's responded like a professional, and he's handled some adversity. And like I said, man, it's really fun to watch guys kind of get over a hurdle. And like I said, he was a big spark tonight, and hopefully he continues to be moving forward.
You put your wife and child out over here with you as well. Is that sort of, I guess, made the bumpy road a little bit easier for you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps. She's my biggest supporter, been with me every step of my journey. And so definitely lean on her during those times. But I think every professional goes through something, maybe not to that level, but I think that's what shows what true professionals are, just showing up every day and just continue brick by brick, chip away at it. So, yeah, she's been a big support for me.
All right, we'll wrap there, guys. Thank you very much.
Good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.